Hello everybody, this is Niclas Huschenbeth, and as some of you know, I recently had my 10,000 subscriber special, and part of this were 3 prizes for the top 3 places in the tournament. And today I'm playing against Transposer, who got the prize for rank number 3. And we're playing a best of 3 Blitz match, so that means whoever gets the 2 points wins the match. So it will be not too long, we'll see. Could be up to 3 games or just 2 games. So he's waiting for me here. He has played his first move, so let's go. And I will reply with c5, and we'll see where we're going from there. Alright, so I hope he didn't watch my series on this opening that I've published on Chess24. By the way, Transposer is a German international master, young guy. Rowan Vogel, who became junior world champion under 16 last year. So quite an accomplishment. It's been a long time since the last world champion from Germany. Alright, so he's going for a main line here, g3, and I haven't looked in this in a while. I know knight b3 is not the main. Well, there's knight db5. Okay, knight b3 is one of the 2 main moves, so let's see. Oh my god, I don't remember anything. Oh, Lord. Probably still knight e5. It's been a while, seriously, since I've looked at this. Okay, I'll develop my bishop. I'm completely out of book. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, whatever. I'll just play some moves and see what happens. This was probably not the greatest move I've ever played, but oh well. Yeah, I probably should have played d6, because now he will play. Alright, let's take this guy off. He might be able to play e5, and this is pretty ugly if he plays e5. Yeah, I think I'm in huge trouble here already. So better study your openings, guys, or rather make sure you repeat them every once in a while. Probably bishop takes c3 was also an awful move. And now he of course puts the bishop on d6, which is a beautiful square for the bishop. And I have huge problems to develop my pieces. Okay, I'll play b6. But this position is pretty much lost. We don't have to kid anybody here. The bishop on d6. This is strategically very, very bad. But we'll keep trying, of course. Okay, I castle. And I also have to play a little bit quicker because of my time. Knight c5. Now he threatens rook b1. Which is quite a strong threat, to be honest. Okay, I think I have to retreat. Oh, that was a piece. I think I can resign this one. Yeah, I'm slightly out of shape. This is my excuse here. Well, it's not really an excuse to go down like this, but well, I haven't touched a chess piece in a little bit. So let's do a little bit better this time around and not lose in like 20 moves like an idiot. So we're playing the Sicilian here. He's going for the time of variation. And I'll go for queen f3 and see how he reacts to this. d6. This is what Robin van Kampen recommends on Chess24 in his series. And I've looked at this, and I think I found something interesting, but once again, I don't quite remember how it goes. So we'll see. We'll see. I think there was some variation where white goes e5. It might have been here. Okay, let's try. And bishop d4. It looks interesting at least. So he has to go knight d7 most likely. Or knight h5 maybe. Knight d7 or knight h5. One or the other. Knight h5 I just take on e5 and I have a better endgame. Knight d7 I take on g7. He castles, didn't expect that. That looks a little bit dangerous for him. Can I go knight e4 already? Knight e4 looks kind of strong, but he has knight h5 still. I have to watch out for knight h5 in general here. So how about I just develop a piece, bishop d3, and I keep an eye on knight e4 and all these ideas, and it looks kind of promising for me here. Just have to make sure I'm not blundering a piece like in the last game. Can he go bishop f6? No, I might have f4. f6. Interesting move. Okay, so he wants to exchange. Okay, how about bishop g3? You can have my bishop and I get the open h-file. Yeah, actually I'm not sure how good this is. He could take and play f5, but still his bishop on c8 remains a cripple, and also the pawn e6 is a target for me. He goes f5 immediately, when I'm tempted to just retreat to e5. So let's do this. Still hoping I'm not blundering anything, but it's still looking good so far. He was threatening f4, by the way, most likely, so that's why. Okay. Let's move my queen out of the way, just in case if he goes queen. Oh, knight g4 was actually a threat, so it's good I moved my queen. Also want to get out of knight d5. c5, and I'll put my bishop here now. Keep an eye on this pawn. Prevent him from developing his bishop. Okay, now let's just put on more pressure on this pawn. I mean, there seems nothing wrong with that. Just rook he1, and now I'll just move my bishop, and I'm intending to pick this one up on e6, and I don't think there's much you can do against this. Bishop takes e6 is coming. Or maybe he can do something against it. Okay, I need to make a move, so I just play a random move like king b1. And bishop b3. Threatening bishop a4. I just need to make moves because I'm low on time, so that's a problem. Just grabs this pawn. It's unfortunate. Okay. Okay, at least I have an open file here. Is this working? I don't know. We'll find out if it works. But I have to make some moves because I'm low on time. So we'll see. Oh, this should blunder something. Now his rook is attacked and cannot keep everything together. But I have no time, so we'll see. Let's take here, and play h3. Play bishop h5. I see it coming. Blunder any moment now. Oh, there we go. The blunder. There we go. Oh lord. Well, that was a quick match. I lost both games, so he won. 2-0. That was it. Well, the first game was kind of ridiculous, but the second one, I was better pretty much the whole game. But a little bit too slow. And also I didn't really convert my advantage in any convincing manner. So here my position is really, really good, obviously. I just have to find the last strike or some more precise moves. That's all I need to do. So maybe a useful move would be to play something like f3 in general. And I could always also have some ideas, maybe to open up with g4. So here I can take on e6 because bishop f8 pins my bishop and nothing I can do to keep this bishop alive, so it doesn't work. And king b1. Maybe a useful move, maybe not. Here again I could just play f3. Bishop b3. So I just dropped this pawn, which there was no reason to really. But anyways, here I could probably take on e6. Bishop f8, queen c4. And I'm still better. Okay, but it was interesting how the game continued, so I want to get to this real quick. So we enter this endgame. I go crazy with rook g7, which might be a really good move. So let's see, knight takes d7, bishop takes g7, king g8. Now, in the very worst case, I could take an f8, take on d7, but I might have something stronger here, such as taking back on d7 immediately and threatening to take on e6. So maybe bishop g4 here, and now bishop takes f8, taking on e6, and up a pawn. So it looks like this whole variation was pretty good for me. And he just, well, I don't know if he has any good moves. Maybe rook f7 works. But it looks shaky. But this might work, not sure, bishop d6. But after rook e8, now it's going a little bit crazy. Here I could take on e8 simply. Yeah, this would be very simple. Just pick up the exchange, because after knight takes e5, there's rook takes e7. And after rook takes e8, well, now I can do bishop takes g7 if I really want to, but I'm not sure if I do. Or I could play a move like, I'll just move the bishop, I guess. Bishop g3. Well, it's still not that clear. Bishop takes e8, king f6, tricky move here, which I didn't see coming. If he plays rook takes e8, I want to go h3, and I'm better here, but still difficult with the bishop pair, so not that easy. King f6, and I play bishop h5. Knight takes h2, and now I played rook h1, which blundered the rook. I thought I could take on h2 if he takes on h5, but I was a little bit too fancy there. So instead I should just take on f3, play rook h1, and just win this position. And this should be rather easily winning. Obviously not with 10 seconds, but in general it's pretty straightforward. I can pick up the pawn on a6. I'm up in exchange, and of course I still have to be careful, but this should be a rather easy win. So first game was really good by my opponent, or rather just horrible by me, but it always takes two sides, so that was good. And then second game was kind of strange. I was better, but I was too slow, and then I blundered, so I gotta get back in shape again. Alright, thanks to Transposer for playing. I hope you guys had some fun, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.